Is your memory doing some slipping and tripping? Hi, I'm Bernice Hunt, and I am a brain health specialist. I work with women just like you who have started to notice a few memory challenges, and I help you to stay sharp so that as you age, you can still travel, have fun with your grandkids, and do all kinds of things that you've never done before without missing a beat. Now, last 12 years, I've discovered that I'm finding that, especially since the pandemic, more people are coming to me with brain issues, okay? A lot more than before. And that's okay, because I'm your guy, so that's all right. Not complaining. But we all know that no one's getting any younger, and aging is a natural process, but we just don't want it to happen before it's time. We don't want it to be premature aging, and we don't want it to get so out of control that it seriously affects the quality of our life. Okay, so did you catch my last video? Did a video a few days ago, and it was about exercise and how there's a direct connection with exercise and a better brain. So that's what we're talking about today. I want to talk specifically about why exercise is so good for your brain. Okay, so when someone mentions exercise to you, what does that make you think of? Sweating? Sore muscles? Being out of breath? Okay, so that's the negative side. But what about the positive side of exercise? Better circulation, being fit and in tone, getting limber, all right, controlling your diabetes, okay? Those kind of things. Heart, yeah, those are positive things that you should think about when exercise comes to mind. And hopefully it's going to make you or encourage you to get out and do it on a regular basis. Okay. But have you ever thought about what exercise is actually doing to your brain? Yeah, because that blood flow that's circulating all around your body, it's also getting up there to your brain, guys. And that means more nutrients are getting up there, more oxygen is getting up there, and some good things are happening from that, okay? So, we're talking about improving your memory. We're talking about improving your focus, having better attention. We're talking about better planning and decision making, making better judgments. Okay, all of that is wrapped up with regularly exercising. Okay, so what kind of exercise am I talking about? Because really, I've talked about exercise before, and there's actually 5 types of exercises that are good for your brain. But when we're talking about memory and learning and attention, focus, those kind of things, I'm talking about aerobic exercise, cardiovascular exercise. That's what I'm talking about. Research has looked at all of it, and it says that when you do aerobic exercise, that is what you need to do if you want to make some improvements to your hippocampus, to your memory center, to your learning center. It is aerobic, okay? It actually increases the size of your hippocampus. All right, so that's one reason you do it. Plus, as I said, those nutrients going into your brain, it generates and promotes an increase of those chemicals that your brain needs to do some repairing of its cells, what it needs to improve your mood, what it needs to give you emotional balance. Yeah, you want to be on an even keel, guys, okay? You need to exercise, all right? All that helps with that when it stimulates those neurochemicals. Also, there's a thing called neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is your brain's ability to change and adapt and maneuver itself around when things happen, okay? I like to think of it as your brain can take a licking and keep on ticking. Okay, so you want it to be able to adapt, to move with the punches. You want your brain to be able to get around and still be able to do things just because it got a lick here or a lick there. Okay, that's neuroplasticity, and that is improved when you regularly exercise. Talking about aerobic exercise. Okay, also growing brain cells. It stimulates and promotes the increase in your brain cell growth, especially to your hippocampus, which is that area again where your memory and your learning is happening, okay? It actually stimulates more brain cell growth, new brain cells in that area, okay? And of course, it has some indirect things that it does. It reduces inflammation. It helps you have better sleep at night, okay? And it also reduces your insulin resistance, okay? So those things are all good things that you want to be happening with your body, and it affects your brain when you exercise. Okay, now, did you know that globally, around the world, people are being diagnosed with dementia every 4 seconds? I couldn't believe it. Every 4 seconds, someone's having that diagnosis around the world. Okay, guys, just think how we might get that number changed if more adults would exercise on a regular basis. You know what we do, guys. We exercise, run around like we crazy when we're young. We dance up a storm, you know, when we're in our teens and high school and stuff. And then what happens? We slow that roll, and very few people are up there doing what they need to do. When you're hitting your 30s, your 40s, you know, that percentage of people that remain active on a regular basis drops tremendously. Just think of how you can improve that statistic if you continue to exercise throughout your life, and what it will do for your brain, how it will help you have a better brain. That's what I'm talking about. So what do you say, guys? Here's my point. If you are exercising on a regular basis, do not stop. Do not stop. You know how it is, guys. When you stop doing something, it's kind of hard to get back going again. So here's the deal. Do not stop. Yeah, you know, I'm not saying you have to exercise every single day. You know, they say to maintain is 3 times a week, 30 minutes, 3 times a week kind of thing, 150 minutes a week, whatever. But do you? So if you're exercising, do not stop. Get back up on that horse and keep doing those things. And if you have stopped exercising, or you don't know when the last time was when you exercise, get started. It's never too late to start, but the sooner you do, the better, and it will help your brain. If you have some brain issues, or you don't want to have no brain issues, one of the most important things you can do is aerobic exercise. And no, you know, it's not competitive. We're not trying to outdo one another. Do you start slow, no judgment, do what you can do with a goal of making it part of your lifestyle. So I'm encouraging you to do that. I get up and I have a buddy. That's the other thing I was going to say. Have a buddy. If you want to have a buddy, to help you, you know, be more accountable, that's fine. I get up and I do it on Zoom with my buddy, with Echo. I do it on Zoom practically every morning. We schedule it to do it 6 days a week. Okay. If you want to do it, join us. Just connect with me, contact me, and I'll tell you the time. Now, we get up early, guys. We get up early. But anyway, you can. More than happy to give you my Zoom so you can get on there and help and do it as well with us. But do something. Get exercise into your routine. Aerobic exercise if we're talking about our memory, okay, and our brain. All right, because your brain's destiny is in your hands. All right now.